Hey guys, SKNY 1996 here. Now, as you can basically tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, this is going to be an important message to those who are complaining about people dying. Now guys, I know you don't like it when people die, and don't get me wrong, I don't like it when people die either. But you don't see me complaining about it. If you saw me complaining about a person dying, whether if I knew this person or if I didn't know this person, I mean, you guys would be like, why are you complaining about him passing away? Or it's another word for dying. Why are you complaining about his death? You know, that's just how life is. People people die every day. Well, hold on. Yeah, but well, yeah, it is true, guys. People die every day, you know, Uh, and there are lots of reasons why people die. You know, they were in a car accident. They were sick. They they had natural causes. They had whatever it was that caused that person to pass away. Now, like I said before, I don't like it when people pass away either. Whether if I knew this person or not, I don't like it when they die either, but that's just life. If the person is dead, the person is dead. You know? There's nothing we can do about it. We can't be like, no, 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 he can't be dead. He can't be dead. This is all a, this is the, please tell me this is a hoax. Please tell me this is just, please tell me please tell me you're not being serious. Please tell me, and blah, 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 and all that other stuff people say when they hear about somebody passing away. Like I said, guys, if the person is dead, the person is dead. There's nothing we can do about it. We have to accept the fact that the person is dead. You know, we lost a lot of famous people, regardless of what what their professions were. You know, back in like, I mean, not back in like, sorry, back on December 7th, I think it was in 1982. Our parents and grandparents who were born, well, actually, our parents who were born in the 60s and 70s grew up watching Sesame Street, and our grandparents who were born in the 40s or 50s, well, were actually in the 30s or 40s, sorry. Whether if they were born in the 30s or 40s, they probably introduced our parents to Sesame Street, and they grew up with Mr. Hooper, played by the late Will Lee. You know, and when they heard that Mr. Hooper died, it okay. And all the times I say Mr. Hooper, I meant Will Lee. Sorry, it's hard to say. It's hard to say names that end and begin with the same letter. You know, yeah. But when you, I mean, but when you're, I mean, sorry, when our parents heard that Mr. Hooper passed away, they were all sorry, shocked and heartbroken that he passed away. They were all like, no, 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 it can't be real, it can't be real. But unfortunately, our grandparents said, I'm sorry, but it is real. Mr. Hooper is no longer here. And I don't know if our parents stopped watching Sesame Street then, but yeah. Big Bird was always getting his name wrong. He mostly called him Mr. Looper or something. And everyone and he said, that's Hoopa Big Bird. Hooper, Hooper. You know? Yeah. You know? But all in all, guys, if the person is dead, whether if we grew up with that actor or actress or whatever his or her profession was, whether if we grew up with him or if our sorry, or if our parents and grandparents grew up with him or her, if the person is dead, the person is dead. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just to clarify. But yeah, but once again, guys, if the person is dead, the person is dead. We can't do anything about it. We can't complain about it. Surely we can't petition about it. We just have to give our condolences and sympathies to their families and relatives. You know? You guys probably saw on Angry Grandpa's funeral where Michael told him, "Dad, I don't want you to die." And Angry Grandpa said that he was going to, and he was too. And that wasn't the first time he said it. He would gather Michael and his older siblings in a circle, and he would say, "Hey, gather around and listen to me now. All right, so I'm gonna die one day, right?" And that got his eldest son, Charles III, in tears. And he said, "Charlie, quit crying. You be the man of the house now." And Michael said near the end of his speech, he said that if he was still here, he would say, "Well, didn't I tell you I was gonna die? I told you it was coming. Now I'm dead and you're next." You know? Of course you know. So, all in all, guys, I know you don't like it when people die, and trust me, sorry, trust me, I don't like it when people die either. But that's just life. People don't live forever. There are times when people have to die. And whenever that time comes, that time comes. Yes, I understand that Jimmy Carter, our 39th president of the United States, he's lived his whole entire life until he passed away in December of 2024. And I didn't know whether if you or your grandparents and if your parents and grandparents and other family members and relatives who grew up with him, I don't know whether if you or your parents got to meet him in person and said, "Mr. Carter, I don't want you to die." He, but unfortunately, he said that he was going to. So, yeah. So, once again, guys, if you're complaining about people dying, listen, I don't like it when people die either, but that's just life. If people die, people die. They don't live forever, you know? So, yeah, there are times when the person has to die. And people die at any age, young age, mid age, old age, even when they're a half a century, you know? Of course, you know. I mean, it's just like it. I mean, like I said, if people die, people die. We can't do anything about it. We can't complain about it. We can't protest about it. We can't even petition about it. But complaining, protesting, and petitioning doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve anything at all. If if they die, they die. We can't do anything. We just have to send our condolences to their friends and family and relatives. There have been times when I had lost the people in my life, and I don't think I complained about it. And, but in my faith, we say this. Now it's said in Arabic, but I'm going to say it in English. You've probably heard me say it before, so yeah, so listen carefully. I will say it out loud while you say it in your head. From God we come, and on to God is our return. So yeah, you know? And of course, there were lots of people that we grew up with, you know, and I don't complain about it. Of course, you've probably seen me blow up in the pinned comment where you say, "Oh, Miga miss you, Miga miss you, Miga miss you, Miga miss you," and stuff like that. And what does Miga miss you mean? Miga miss you means I'm going to miss you in Guyanese English. In case you are already aware, my parents and grandparents and other family members and relatives are from Guyana, and they say, along with other Caribbean people, like Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and other Caribbean countries like that, they say me all the time. It doesn't mean they're Cookie Monster. I know that Cookie Monster says me all the time, but that's how these people of Guyana, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and other Caribbean countries talk. You know, me, and that's why I keep saying, "Oh, Miga, miss you." That means I'm going to miss you. Especially when it all started when Craig Sager passed away, who was an NBA analyst for the NBA on TNT. That that ended on May 31st of this year. And ever since Craig passed away, I've been saying, "Oh, Miga, miss you, Craig." And then when Steven Hillenberg passed away, I said, "Oh, Miga, miss you, Steven." That means I'm going to miss you, Steven, in Guyanese English. But anyway, guys, long story short, I know you don't like it when people die, and I don't like it when people die either, but we just have to accept the fact that when that person is dead, the person is dead. We can't do anything about it. Alright, guys, so that's all I have to say for now. This is SKNY1996 signing off. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and have a good night. I'm just going to wait until it gets to 11 minutes and 59 seconds.